Hi, this is Paul with the, I'm getting close to the last parts of my testimony here of these past 6 years of the things that I've been discovering, my mental processes going through all these changes, finding out new information as to how the world works. And I guess the last chapter or the last segment here regarding the shape of the earth, it's not something that you discover or investigate and then come to a conclusion and say that okay, so the world isn't round, it's flat, and then you go on with the rest of your day as if nothing had happened. It's something that you just don't do that. It's the same thing when you find out that you've been lied to, but it's yeah, well, it's not as big because I already went through that big transformation, namely finding out that our entire basically society is just based on lies. You've been told lies your entire life, and when you then start to study the shape of the earth and all the histories, I mean, there are so many videos about it. I can go back to it. I mean, look at these videos. I mean, it's there are more. Check out the channels, not necessarily only the videos, but check out the channels, and then there are several other channels also. For example, one that I haven't mentioned here is Russian Vids. I can show you a part of that one
here. For
here.
example, of NASA faking space. Let's take a look here at this supposed image of Jupiter. Nothing more than CGI fakery. The supposed auroras towards the north. Let's take a look here again at NASA's official website, where it states Hubble captures vivid auroras in Jupiter's atmosphere. Here's the problem: the date of June 30th, 2016. Now take a look at this. Another so-called official image of Jupiter. This one's from back in 2014. You see the problem here? Now let's take a closer look at the supposed two images provided from NASA of Jupiter. Here's the problem again: 2016, 2014. What's the difference here? Well, the difference is they added the supposed auroras on the north. And this is nothing but a Christmas tree. Give me a break. Take a look here. I mean, all the clouds are in the same exact position. Just the 2016 image is a bit, I would say, darker. This is a bit lighter in 2014. Here's a side-by-side. People can't see what's taking place here with NASA. Nothing more than fakery. I mean, give me a break. This is a complete insult. If you have a brain in your head.
Yeah, I agree with him there. I mean, that's a complete insult. I mean, if you can't see that this is fake, that these are just CGI and that they're lying to you, I'm sorry, then you're still programmed. That's just the way it is.
Clouds moving at the speeds they supposedly do, and they get the same exact image from 2 years apart. Not possible. Now, as always, how NASA loves to mock, just like I showed before, the supposed image of the blue marble, and I'll get into that in a little bit.
It's the same thing when you watch time-lapse videos of Earth from space. I mean, how many times have you gone out and you sit out in your yard, just taking it easy? You look up in the sky, and then you look up in the sky again after another 50 minutes, and the clouds are exactly in the same position. That doesn't happen. And that proves that NASA doesn't have any other pictures than that. The clouds don't move. I mean, it's impossible. That's all they provide. Fakery and CGI.
The occult of the blue marble, the name itself. Take a look here. It's an unedited image of the supposed blue marble. What do you see here? As I showed before, it says sex in the clouds. Get a closer look at this. Clearly see it says sex in the clouds. This is the way they love to mock, and I'll get into that. The sex symbolism when it comes to NASA and Disney. And getting back to the image, again, supposedly, of Jupiter from 2016. So they took a look, again, just like the blue marble, there's always hidden messages. And with NASA, of course, being a government agency, it's all about mockery once again. Take a look here, this closer image. You can see some writing again in these clouds. It looks like con, You almost see an angelic image here. Let's take a closer look. Not quite sure to make out, but I definitely see Khan. Can't really make out what it says here. And again, the angelic image. Understand, once you understand this is nothing but fakery, then you're going to see what's taking place here, where they're intentionally putting these hidden messages in. I see, again, more of a con job. That's all it is. That's why they put that con in there. Now, understand what's taking place with the deep deception that's taking place in this world with NASA. I'm going to show this image here, going back in time with Walt Disney and Werner von Braun, a former Nazi. And you see these two together. Both Masons, both on the same page. And you'll understand the sex symbolism. Work on the same premise of sex symbolism with mockery in plain sight. Take a look at Disney. You see the tangled, and you see the sex, and you see.
Yeah, and this is a good one also. I mean, you have a photo of Pluto. And you have the head of Pluto the dog inside that image. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? That doesn't happen either. Next thing that he goes through here is that Werner von Braun, the Nazi scientist that basically developed the Vergeltungswaffe 2 rockets, the V2 rockets, and probably even before the rockets before that. Out of all the quotes or texts that he chose to have upon his gravestone, he chose a Bible verse. He was basically the guy that proved that the Bible is not true, and yet he still takes a Bible quote, and not any Bible quote just out of the blue, so to speak, pun intended, but Psalms 19:1, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. I mean, they're laughing at you. They're literally laughing at you for not connecting these things.
Out of all the Bible verses he has on his tombstone or his gravestone, it's from Psalms 19:1, and this mentions God's firmament. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So for those that don't know, the entire concept of the biblical flat earth with the firmament. In biblical cosmology, the firmament is the structure above the atmosphere, conceived as a vast solid dome. Understand what's taking place with this tombstone. Again, more mockery with Werner von Braun, head of rocketry. They have again this Bible verse talking about the biblical firmament. Now, for those that believe in NASA, all the lies they spewed over the years, nothing more than frauds, nothing more than deceivers. Take a look at these images of the space shuttles, supposed space shuttles going into space. Why do you see this huge arch? Okay, take a look at some more images. Cape Canaveral, huge arch. These supposed space shuttles, they do launch, but all they do is go into the ocean. They're not going to outer space. Just more images, more of the same. People can't grasp this. These so-called leaders of...
Yeah, let's have a look at satellites also.
This is their evidence.
Does this look real to you?
That the Earth is a ball. Now let's take a look at these images of these satellites. Do these look real to you?
Made up.
I want you people that talk about satellites all the time, planet, all bogus.
It's cool how they can take a picture of the thing taking a picture, right? Like the Hubble telescope, it's taking a picture of itself. It's real footage, huh? Yeah, it looks really real.
That fake garbage. You get this?
So I didn't know that the sky is yellow when I look up at it.
Computer animated. Looks like a video game.
Looks kind of blue to me,
Where
but there's
the
yellow.
You don't see any because they don't exist. Look at this. Wow. You believe this is real?
Please.
Spinning at 1,000 miles an hour in space. Believe these are real.
Yeah, it's a different
All
color every time you see it.
Garbage.
But I
Again,
mean, I'm going to shut this down. But anyway, this wraps it up. Just a when you investigate the flat Earth, there's no way that you can't see the connection to the quote-unquote religious part after that. All of a sudden, when you realize that you've been lied to regarding the shape of the Earth, all of a sudden the Bible does not seem like a fairy tale anymore. It seems very compelling to go pick it up and actually read it. That's what I did. And when you start reading the Bible for the first time, I read a little bit during my, what's it called, confirmation when I was 13. I haven't touched it since, except on last year. And when you pick it up for the first time, it's a fantastic feeling. I mean, it contains so much information. The Bible is the book that can connect all the dots, all the questions that I've been collecting, all the missing pieces of this gigantic puzzle for the last 6 years. The Bible is the missing link. And then, of course, the conclusion of the Bible, namely that Jesus Christ is your Savior if you turn to Him, if you accept Him. And that will be the topic for the next video segment.